afternoon all, and welcome to the first actual build video about this mad Honda engined wheel horse build, Project Why Not. So it's taken a little while to actually start in this build and get a video up for you. As every time I've started to record something, the plan has changed. So there's been so many changes of plan, it would have taken up a video in itself explaining those. So I will do it very quickly. Here it is. Come round here. Original plan was to use this 90-degree drive and shaft. Thank you, Nigel, for that. From the back of the gearbox shaft to here, then run a chain from that to the wheel's gearbox. Fine in theory, but in the maths, this thing would have only run about 15 miles an hour flat out. That wasn't good, not good at all. Plan B, use the original Honda swing arm and final drive. So off there, final drive that way, then take a chain from that back to a separate axle. But I've had trouble finding axles that I thought were strong enough. So it's been an absolute nightmare finding parts for this thing. What do you reckon on a new load stance, by the way? We get to that in a minute. So the new plan is I've bought a shaft drive quad axle. It's on its way down from Scotland at the moment. Well, I bought more than the axle would have. Bought the sort of back half of the quad. So I've got axle, brakes, prop shaft as well, all the brake mechanism. And the best thing is the axle has a diff lock, so this thing will be able to go around corners nicely and engage your diff lock and smoke the tyres. But that won't be here till the end of the week. This thing's going. Let's give you another shot from around the side. And that's pretty much as you saw from the back, just sort of balanced and propped together. That chassis is at the height I want it, which is about 4 inches off the deck on the front, and somewhere in here, it's a bit hard to see. There you go. Be about 4.5 at the back. Just give it a little bit of rake, but I sort of keep it low. I can't really go any lower than this, or it won't clear the speed ramps down the drive. So, I can't actually do much in this at the moment because I'm out of welding rods waiting for new ones to arrive. If they were here, I would actually be cracking on with getting this thing back running again. You'll see the video about that at some point. But as it's not, I'm a MIG welder. There it is, there's a piece of shredded down there. As that thing's only really any good for attacking heavy steel together. That's all I can do at the moment. So I'm going to work out where exactly to chop the chassis. It needs raising up to drop the front down. The front bit will actually be welded to the back. I know it sounds really confusing, but you'll see what I'm up to. I'm going to make a start shortly. Wheelbase marked out on the bench, measured 52 inches centre to centre. That stretches it out a bit. Oh, what do you think of using new wheels I dug out, by the way? I think they're off a wheel C-series of some sort, but a nice bit of deep dish. And it gives me more space to fart around with wheel hubs. There is some attached to this trailer axle down here that I'm going to pilfer. And actually get some brakes on the front, which could be handy. Anyway, there's enough rambling on. I'm going to pull this apart and start measuring and cutting the chassis up. Well, as you can see, Project Why Not's been dismantled a bit, to say the least. Engine hiding under the cover there. Right, here's the old bare wheel horse chassis. Now, as you can see, I've lopped the front off. I've cut these bits out the back because I'm welding the front to the back. There you go, that's how I'm getting my little step up at the back. At the front even. This is so confusing. Yep, step up at the front, as this will be. Axle will sit there. Ignition will sit in there nicely. Now I'm going to try and tack weld this up. Give it a bit of a clean up first, obviously. My MIG welder buried down there is somewhat rubbish, to say the least, but it might be able to splodge on a few tuck welds and hold it in place. They can do some more mocking up and work things out from there. Right, let's create some sparks. Well, a bit of unusual sight since I've not had it in a while. Rain. Starting to forget what it was. But ground needs it. Anyway, here we are. Right, I dig the old MIG welder out and it produced such shitey rubbish welds that I had a rummage around on the floor, found lots of little bits of arc rod like this and tacked the front into place. It will do for now until my welding rods get in, and I'm confident it's got enough strength to hold that engine up. So that will do for now on that. Right, the front mounting plate, axle mounting plate, I said the front hitch bits cut off. Here they are. I cut them off because, well, they're upside down. Now I may or may not weld them back on, we shall see. It might be a good idea, so I suspect I'm going to need all the weight in the front I can to keep it down. It may really a bit this machine. Start the steering anyway. Need to get another bush in here. I can put a little sprocket on there, down to another shaft and along under the engine. I've got some steering column shafts from I think it was a Toyota or something years ago, keeping it around, so they might actually be good to get the angle down and along, we shall see. Well, I'm going to bolt the front axle on and get the engine balanced in place, and I'll take it from there. There she is, all kind of propped back together again. There's a big lot of nothing at the back. I've got to fill that gap, but can't do that till the axle arrives. Wheelbase is about right within an inch or so. Back tyres, wheels just plonked into place. Yeah, I think what I'm going to have to do looking at this is basically the axle sticks up too far in front of the hood for my liking. So I'm probably going to have to cut a little bit away on each side for the arms to move it forward and give steering clearance. Now I was just looking at this thinking something looks a bit weird. Why isn't these wheels square? And I realised what it was. For some reason this steering rod is slightly longer than that one. No idea why. Must have been like that years looking at them. They're both sort of matching amount of rust. Not that it matters anyway, because I'm going to make my own and replace them with something a bit more heavy duty really. Yeah, it's getting there. I need to work out how to mount the engine, sort of what height it's going to go above the chassis. It doesn't need to go much, a few millimetres will do it, but I'm going to, somewhere buried in here, bolt this back off the frame on. We'll just swing an arm for now and see if I like the look of the using a bit of frame as the mounts. If I do, then swing arm can be cut off. If I don't, then I'll take measurements from this and make my own. So I'm going to bolt this in place and see what it looks like. Well, I bolted a bit of the bike frame on yesterday, and as you would expect, it looked like I'd bolted a bit of bike frame on. Didn't like it at all. So this morning I've actually chopped the mounts off. Now the lower mounts, if you turn them around, they tuck nicely under the engine, which gives me quite an easy mounting option really. I need to get a bit more thicker box or a bit bigger size, because the engine's still just resting on the chassis, and work out the rest from there. Well, afternoon folks, eventually after many days of waiting. Oh, it's frustrating waiting for stuff in it. Anyway, after many days of waiting, and actually some welding rods have turned up. Yes! About time. Right. Here it is, kind of. Right, now nothing is sort of measured up and lined up square. It's all vaguely plonked in place. Rear end off a Kawasaki, I think it's KLF 300 B quad. Quite a hefty bit of kit by the looks of it. Nice meaty drum brakes. Bonus of a diff lock, so it can go around corners, then engage in a diff lock and then smack the tyres around corners. Should be fun. It's going to need quite a bit of adaptation to get it to fit. The main thing is, I only realised this after I bought it, somewhere on the back here is, there you go, rotation of the output shaft of the gearbox. And if it's doing this the same way, yep, it'll be going backwards. So rather than have 5 reverse gears and 1 forward, what I'm going to do is just flip the whole axle upside down, which will put the diff the right way around, so the wheels going forwards instead. Handling it will line that up better with the output shaft. I did have a quick play, but unfortunately this spline shaft from the Silverwing, what is that thing, drive shaft, won't fit onto the splines in the end of here. Bit of a shame, but yep, so I've got to flip the axle around, which presents a few interesting problems with things such as oil breathers. Well, the axles are quite easy to sort out. It's basically unbolt them here from the casing, turn them round and bolt back on, and that way, even with the diff upside down, these will be the right way up. The diff I need to have a bit more of a look at. Oil breather there, not ideal if it's upside down. Certainly needs blocking off. And underneath, I have to take the guard off to have the nose exactly. Going to fit one under there, and probably, I think, if there's a drain plug under there, put one of those on top. We'll see. It's a bit wide. Oh yes, it's a bit wide indeed. Let's get you a better shot from back here. Yeah, very wide. I need to do something about that. The wheels as close to the hubs as I can get them. Wheels being 5 bolt. That wheel's being 4 bolt, so I've got to work something out about that. What I'll actually do is, I've not done this yet. Let's put the camera down a second, hang on. Don't press any buttons. Vaguely reverse rims. A bit wonky that side. That narrows it a bit, yeah. Need to do something about that, definitely. Not sure whether to actually just reverse the rims or take this bit out and move it outwards as such, because this is the inside of the wheel, you know what I mean. So the wheels will sit a bit more that way. We shall see. We shall see indeed. So there you go, that is the state of play at the moment. Not very far, I'm afraid, but it's a start. So yeah, sorry this one's taken so long to get up. Just playing the waiting game. I know you're all keen to see what's going on, so I'll put this video up for now and you can get an idea. I'll hopefully start on the build properly tomorrow. And then give you something exciting to look at. But there you go, these things take time. Anyway, you know the normal couple of things coming up, or the normal 3 things. Number 1, don't forget good old Wheelhorse Forum, Red Square. It's www.wheelhorseforum.com. All the Wheelhorse freaks and nuts you could ever wish to meet in one place. And all nice bunch as well. Love you guys. And the other, of course, is moldmachine.com. Now, oh, you name it, it's, well, coming up there gradually. All sorts of machines, ploughs, small tractors, garden tractors, rotavators, hedge cutters, something that belongs to Kev that looks like a very, very, very big syringe. I can't remember what it's for, something about potatoes maybe. Who knows? Anyway, go and have a look, moldmachine.com. And the last bit is, of course, a big thank you to all my new subscribers. I can't believe how far, well, how many I've got even now. It's thank you all. 1,100 exactly the last check, which was about 10 minutes ago. So a big thank you. Here's all new ones, much appreciated, guys and girls. Remember, if you like what you see, tell others and get them to subscribe as well. So I'm going to wrap this one up now as my arm's aching holding this camera up, and I'm trying to keep these videos a bit shorter. I don't want to get them to too long because I think you might get bored of them. Let me know what you think. Anyway, I'll catch you all on the next one. Cheers.